A very good morning, class. So, today I will be teaching you all about the Awakened Citizen program that consists of session 16 summary of unique possibilities. But before moving forward to this session, let us just quickly revise what we have learned in our previous session, that is session 15 part B, extending the limits of human knowledge. So in that session we have discussed about the great contribution of the different personalities like Nicholas Copernicus, how he has said that earth was not the center of the universe, instead sun is the center of the universe and all the planets revolve around sun. And then he has proved his theory through his mathematical calculations. And like this we have studied about other personalities also, like Galileo Galilei, Darwin. He was a naturalist and he has given many theories. And also Stephen Hawking, who was a cosmologist, and he has contributed a lot in his own field. So we have studied about different kinds of personalities who have like given a new knowledge, like James Watson in discovering the structure of DNA. Like this we have studied many eminent personalities and their contribution. We have discussed about the history of allopathic medicine, that is also called modern medicine, and we have studied how from ancient times we have excelled to this time of today's era. How from ancient times, when somebody become ill, people used to think that he or she is under the possession of some evil spirits, and the only thing that they know about the magic for cure, or they go for faith healing. But now today, from time to time, the people has discovered many new things and many new inventions, scientific inventions have taken place, and we have come to this place now that we can now lead a very happy and healthy life because of all these personalities who have contributed a lot in modern medicine, and we have reached to this era where we can lead a happy and healthy life. So we have studied about the history of allopathic medicine in our previous class. So now moving on to our session 16, that is summary of our unique possibilities. So over the last few sessions we have explored our unique possibilities. So students, we have learned about number of unique possibilities. So let us see what we have learned, like extending the limits of human knowledge, that we have I have just explained about what we have learned in how the limits of the human knowledge has been extended through different kinds of works. Then adapting to the environment we live in, how the people adapted in extreme conditions to survive. Then realizing a creative vision, expressing myself, working with collective intelligence, engaging with culture and society, inventing new things, creating value, developing solutions to complex social challenges, and expanding the limits of my world, learning in all parts of my life, playing games and sports. So these were some unique possibilities that we have discovered over the last few sessions. So in unit 1 we will review some of our physical possibilities too. Like students, you can see that there are number of human possibilities these people are showing, like Vishwanath Anand, he was a chess player. Mary Kom, she was a boxer. So students, we will just revise that what human possibilities are these people showing, like Vishwanath Anand, he is a chess player. Mary Kom, she is a boxer. Saina Nehwal is a badminton player, and Messi, he is a football player, and Milkha Singh, an athlete. So class, these are the human beings who are showing us the possibility of playing games and sports. So how we can excel ourselves through playing games and sports. Then which human possibility are these people showing? Like soldiers who bear the extreme cold of the Himalayas at the borders, then children in Palestine, Israel, who face an environment of constant war and destruction, people who survive in flood prone areas, villagers in India who manage to live without facilities like water, electricity, etc., firefighters who work in dangerous and risky environments. So these people, the number of these people are just showing us the possibility of adapting to the environment they live in, because it is very tough to live in these extreme conditions, like the soldiers who live in the extreme, who live during the extreme cold of Himalayas at the border, and children who are under the constant war zone in Israel and Palestine, so they are not able to live peacefully, and people who survive in flood prone areas, as you can see in the picture also, the person who is taking this swing machine along with him, and he is drowned in water. Then villagers in India who manage to live without facilities like water, electricity, etc., because we know India is a developing country and there are still number of villages who are not able to receive these kind of facilities. Firefighters who work in dangerous and risky environments, because fire is something that is very dangerous, and it takes a lot, and the firefighters have are very courageous to work in such situations that are very dangerous for themselves. So these people has basically adapted to the environment they live in. Then let us see some of the human possibilities these people are showing. Like Sudha Chandran, she is a dancer, R.K. Narayan, a writer, Saku Chaudhary, a sculptor, Shreya Ghoshal is a singer, and Amitabh Bachchan is an actor. So students, all these people are showing us the possibility of expressing myself, because Sudha Chandran, she is expressing herself through her dancing, and R.K. Narayan has expressed himself through his writing. Saku Chaudhary has expressed himself through sculpting. Saku Chaudhary has expressed himself through sculpturing. Saku Chaudhary has expressed himself through sculpturing. Then Shreya Ghoshal through her singing. Amitabh Bachchan through her acting. Now let us see that which human possibilities these people are showing on the screen. That is Iravati Karve. So she observed and spoke to different joint families to know about Indian society. So she, in order to know about Indian society, she has observed, and also she has spoken to different joint families in order to know the dynamics of joint family system in India. Then coming to the Max Muller, he was a German scholar who has studied Sanskrit language and Vedas to understand Indian philosophy. So in order to understand the Indian philosophy, he has researched a lot and studied a lot the Sanskrit language. Then we can see here the Benedict Allen. He lived with the local communities in different places and learns and practices their customs and rituals. So basically he has, in order to gain the knowledge how these people, how these local communities live in, he started living with them, with these people, and just in order to know how to, like, how they are living, how is their customs and their rituals. Then Kylie Kong, she traveled across China to find the special meaning of the food they cook. So she, in order to know the philosophy behind the food the special meaning. She traveled across the China and find out the special meaning of the food. Then Pico Iyer. So he travels and writes about the way of life of people in different places. So he travels through the different places and write about the different ways in which people are living and about the different places. So, class, all these people like Iravati Karve, Max Muller, Benedict Allen, Kylie, Pico Iyer, all these people are basically showing the possibility of engaging with culture and society. So they are knowing the knowledge about the culture and society through engaging with it. Now, some of the people, some of the personalities, like we can see here, and we can see how these people are showing which kind of possibility. So, Rajendra Hari Patel, he produces high yield crop using modern methods of irrigation. So, he is basically using modern methods of irrigation. Then Ashok Kumar, who guards the bank and ensures safety of its customers. Then we can see here Akshada Joshi, who attends to and nurses all kinds of patients with care. Then Venkataram Iyer, he makes useful things out of waste materials. Then Aloka Datta Gupta, who helps young children to think on their own and grow. So all these people are basically showing the So, students, all these people are basically showing the human possibility of creating value. So, they are inculcating value in whatever kind of work they are doing. Then, as you can see on the slide, let us see different peoples like Ben Saunders, who went to expeditions to the North Pole, then Mali Mastan Babu, who challenged himself to climb the world's tallest peaks, then Ed Stafford, who explored the dangerous Amazon forest on foot, and Sylvia Early explored life underwater. So basically, these people are showing the possibility of expanding the limits of my world. So they are expanding the limits of their world. So they have challenged themselves, whatever they find it difficult, and they have overcome that thing by their strong willpower and dedication towards what they want to accomplish. So students, this is one of the homework that you all will do, and we will discuss in our class. Like, these are some of the unique physical possibilities that you all have to answer. Like, just write it down and then we will discuss in our class. Like, for playing games and sports, seriously, what kind of activities and discipline would you need to adopt into your daily lives? So this is the first question. Then moving on to expressing myself, what kind of activities should you get involved in starting today to unfold this possibility? So you people have to write about the kind of possibilities that you think that are involved in order to express yourself. Then adapting to the environment I live in. So students, as you grow in this possibility, how will you be able to help or benefit the people around you? So you have to answer this question also. Then creating value. So what kind of activities or projects can you start getting involved in to unfold these possibilities. So think about some activities and projects that can inculcate the creating value, and write down and think about the possibilities. Then expanding the limits of my world. If you unfolded this possibility, what kind of contribution will you get a chance to make? What are the kinds of contribution that you can make by expanding the limits of the world? Then engaging with culture and possibility. In this possibility, you will learn a lot about people from different places and their way of life. Then how can you use your knowledge to benefit the world? So you have to write it down, like how can you use the kind of learning that you have got to benefit the world. So all this is your homework, and we will discuss these things in the class. Then let us see unit 2, review of our knowledge possibilities. So these are knowledge possibilities. These are some humans who inculcate the knowledge possibilities, like Manshuk Lal Prajapati. He built a low cost refrigerator out of clay. Then Mary Anderson, he invented the windshield pipe wiper for the cars that allows one to drive safely when it rains. Then Cassidy Goldstein, he made a crayon holder to easily hold small pieces of crayons. Then Makarant Kale, he invented strong but lightweight military equipment using natural herbs. So these are some examples of people who have invented many new things, and they have, by inventing these new things, they have solved a number of problems which we humans are going through. So all these people are inventing new things, because he has, you can see Manshuk Lal Prajapati has invented a low cost refrigerator. Mary Anderson has invented the windshield for Piper. Then Cassidy Goldstein has invented crayon holder, because it is very problematic to draw from small pieces of crayon, and usually people throw it away. So in order to utilize those small crayons, she has made a crayon holder. Then Makarant Kale, he has invented lightweighted military equipments, because earlier the equipment was there, but that was very that was heavily weighted, and he has made this military equipment using natural herbs, and it is also lightweight. Then which human possibilities are these people showing? Like Homi Bhabha, he imagined that India should have its own nuclear program and founded the Tromboy Atomic Energy Establishment for it. Then Rabindranath Tagore, he imagined a schooling system that was freeing and enjoyable for children. He started a new kind of school in Santiniketan, West Bengal for this. Then Henry Ford, he dreamed of a world where anyone can travel using cars, an idea that he made a reality by starting the first factory for cars. Then M.S. Oberoi, he had a dream of giving India its own chain of 5-star hotels, and made it happen despite challenges. So students, these are number of people who have shown tremendous amount of qualities that they are having, and they have accomplished their target possibilities these people are showing. So these people are basically showing the possibility of realizing a creative vision. So they have a creative vision, and they have started working towards it by making it more systematic and going one by one. They are going towards their goal, and they have a strong willpower and dedication to complete that goal. Now let us just revise it about Popurato Pawar and his team of young people of Highway Bazaar. So he was basically the Sarpanch who got the villagers to think and work together to solve the problems of their own village and bring prosperity to it. because highway bazaar village community used to have a draft, and people were residing into another cities because of its problems, like uh, alcoholic problem was there in their community, and they that was not village was not progress, so they were basically residing to another city. But this Paparatra Pawar, he was the only postgraduate in their village, and he won unopposed during uh, uh, he won unopposed during the um voting of sarpanch, and he became the sarpanch, and like he has paved a great way to transform his village, and he has accomplished very much in the irrigation part, and to take out some loans and for the prosperity its of his village. Then researchers of CERN in this particle In this particle physics laboratory, researchers from across the world collaborate, share knowledge, and experiment for their research. This is also the birthplace of World Wide Web, that is Internet. So people have basically accomplished a lot through the internet, and they have shared their knowledge through they have shared their knowledge of researchers and of their laboratory through this internet. So basically they are showing they are showing the possibility of working with collective intelligence. So they are working collectively, it means it is not the work of one person, and a number of people have gathered and they shared idea, and they have started working towards it in order to accomplish their goal, and they have also accomplished a number of goals. Let us see some human possibilities that these people are showing. Like Charles Darwin, he gave a new theory of evolution that helped us to understand how different species originated on planet Earth. Then you can see here is Madame Curie. She found the new field of radioactivity in physics that helped in development of atomic energy. Then Isaac Newton, he gave a new theory on the laws of motion and gravitation for the first time. So these were some new discoveries that have taken place, and these people are basically showing the possibility of extending the limits of human knowledge, because they have extended the limits in human knowledge. How? By inventing new things, by discovering about the new facts, and by thinking and studying about their subject. Then we can see here is Amit, who reads the newspaper daily to know what is happening around him. Then there is Sushma. Every night she thinks about what happened in the day, what went wrong, and how she could improve to deal with things better. Then Kunal, basically he built a toy car by watching on the internet. So from watching through the internet, we are also learning a great deal of information. Then Hari does the science experiments, and he learns in class using his day-to-day objects. So basically he has learned something during the science class, and he has experimented the same thing in his home. So these people are showing the possibility of learning in all parts of my life, because these things are not just related to only academics, but these are the things which are related to life, and these people have showed a number of possibilities that can be learned in all parts of the life. Then which human possibilities are these people showing? Like Dr. Rajendra. So which human possibilities are these people showing? Like Dr. Rajendra, he took up the challenge of Raj, he took up the challenge of making Kanyakumari plastic free by getting different groups of people to work towards a solution for this. So he has also worked a lot in making the Kanyakumari plastic free. Then Yunus, he took up the challenge of unavailability of loans to the poorest of poor and built a new system for that the Grameen Bank. So he has built the Grameen Bank in order to make the villagers be available for taking the loan. Then Varghese Kurian, he basically took up the challenge of shortage of good quality milk in India and worked with milk farmers, dairy experts, government to develop the Amul cooperative movement. He has worked a great deal in the production of milk. Also, he has done the work very honestly. So basically, these people have developed solutions to complex social challenges. It is not that they have given up, but they have developed solutions to complex social challenges. So each group takes up one of the knowledge possibilities and answer the questions. So if you develop in this possibility, then this is also your homework, students, and you have to write it down. So let us just know what they are asking. So working with collective intelligence. So you have to write, how can India use the power of collective intelligence better to improve the way our country is running. Then realizing a creative vision. Think of a creative vision in any one area, that is healthcare, education, etc. for a better future for India, a vision that you would like to work to realize in your life. Then comes developing solutions to complex social challenges. So you have to tell what kind of big problems can you build solutions for in the future that will help of India's development. To know about the big problems that people are facing and how they can utilize a good idea in order to solve that problem. Then inventing new things. So one invention you can work on is that will change the lives of people around you. So many new inventing new things, what will it leads its way by changing the lives of people around you. Then learning in all parts of my life. How can I help you others learn and develop themselves? This is all they were learning in all parts of their life. Then extending the limits of human knowledge. In this, how can I benefit the class by working in a chosen new field? So this is a problem that the counselor or the teacher suffers, that how can someone benefit the world by working in a chosen new field. Then summary of this program, that is unit 3. So in summary, in this program we have learned our unique possibilities that we can choose to develop based on our talents, interests, environments and self-effort. So we can see here is that adapting to the environment we live in, expressing myself, engaging with culture and society, creative meaning, expanding the limits of my world, playing games and sports, and this is me. So these are all some unique possibilities that we have to learn. And then we can see here in summary, in this program we learn about unique possibilities too, and we can choose to develop based on our talents, interest, aptitude, environment and self effort. So basically he has given a number of unique possibilities and we can only choose We only choose to develop based on the talents, interest, environment, and self effort. Then you can see here that the knowledge possibilities are extending the limits of human knowledge, realizing a creative vision, working with collective intelligence, inventing new things, helping solutions to complex social challenges in life, then learning in all parts of my life. So students, we have learned about the universal possibilities that each one of us can develop as long as we chosen to do so. So now we can see here that this person is there. Assume that this person is you, and we have explored about expanding myself, living in harmony, seeking perfection, respecting the scared, developing shraddha, respecting the sacred, that is developing shraddha, then being heroic and being a truth seeker. We can also learn that sources of these possibilities is inside us, like each one of us carries within a vast infinite source of power, strength and goodness. From all of these from all these possibilities come. So students, this is the end of session 16.